Hi there, these comments are for JW. I am Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com and I'm getting ready to listen to your independent speaking practice test. This is my free TOEFL speaking evaluation service I offer. And remember, you can complete one practice test for free, right? That's all I can afford, right? I cannot afford to do more than one. Okay, here we go. Let's listen to it right now.
Instead of studying with a group, because
So the question is, do you like to study alone or study with a group? Give reasons and examples to support your opinion.
I think personally I would prefer study alone instead of studying with a group, because I'm that kind of person who needs to be really focused and in a very quiet environment. So when I study with a group, I would actually be distracted when people talk to me, and also I would not be able to really focus on something that I'm working on when someone asks me a question, or maybe sometimes they would chit chat along when studying. I know it is beneficial to have someone to evaluate your study, but I think doing research alone is fine as well.
Okay, so I think the three area here, the biggest problem here, overall development somewhat limited, usually lacks elaboration or specificity. So that probably describes yours pretty well. Your pronunciation, your speech is actually pretty clear. You have pretty good control of your grammar and your vocabulary, but you need to elaborate more if you want to score higher than 3. I'm going to put you at 3.0 out of 4 or 23 points out of 30 on this practice test. Let's listen to it one more time and I'll try to give you more specific feedback.
I think personally I
You say, I think personally. All three of those words are unnecessary, right? Just say studying alone is better than studying with a group because state reason A and reason B.
would prefer study alone instead of studying with a group.
No, I prefer studying alone instead of studying with a group. So you said study and then studying. That's not parallel. So it's better to either say I prefer to study alone rather than study with a group. That way you kind of have two infinitives.
Because
So be careful of your parallelism.
I'm that kind of person who needs to be really focused and in a very quiet environment. So when I study with a group,
So you need to be focused and you need to be in a quiet environment. So either one of those points are good, but can you give an example to elaborate on that idea?
I would actually be distracted when people talk to me, and also I would
What if you said, for example, I was studying for a biology test 2 semesters ago, and in the group study, one of the students asked me what movies I had seen the week before, and then we started talking about movies and other kinds of irrelevant ideas, and I ended up doing too much chit chat without actually focusing on the most important point, which was preparing for the exam. So I don't really hear any of that in here.
not be able to really focus on something that I'm
See, now you're using a lot of kind of basic vocabulary in there, so be careful about that. It says imprecise or inaccurate use of vocabulary. I'm going to say imprecise vocabulary. That seems to be a little bit of a problem there.
working on.
It's kind of what I call generic vocabulary.
When someone asks me a question, or maybe sometimes they would chit chat along when studying. I know it is beneficial to have someone to evaluate your study, but
To evaluate my study, I wouldn't say your
I
study.
think doing research alone is fine as well.
Okay, so I'm going to lower the score a bit. I said 3. I'm going to put you at 2.5 to 3. Your speaking is fair. I'm going to put you maybe 20 to 21 points out of 30 on this practice test. That would be my own personal opinion on it. I think that you need to improve. Maybe even with delivery, you can do a little bit better job where it says minor difficulties with pacing, maybe. You could do a little bit better there. You could probably do better with your vocabulary, be more precise, and then make sure that you elaborate and develop your general statements with more specificity. I think those changes would make your writing stronger. All right, and thank you for doing the practice test. If you have more questions, you can come by my office hours. You will see them below my name in the email. I do have office hours Monday through Friday. If you're looking for a specific study plan, I probably have the course to help you, but I need to ask you a few questions first before I can make the right recommendation. So come by my office if you want. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye.